Hey, Rich! Exclamation point! Long time fan, first time caller. With your decades of
Oh,
experience
wow.
and success in the games industry, I actually have a question. I hope you might be able to answer. Why didn't we ever get a game based on Ernest? He went to camp, he went to jail, he even saved Christmas. So why didn't he ever get his own game? EastEnders got its own specky game, so I feel like the industry has been unfair to Ernest. What's your take on this injustice? So this is the thing. Sometimes I feel as though I've actually moved into a different timeline, a parallel universe, so to speak. Because I was, first of all, I come from a timeline where this question was never on the docket. But somehow it's here. I don't know why. Secondly, I come from a timeline which doesn't seem to have the existence of anything called Ernest in it. Apart from Ernest Evans on the Mega Drive. So
Wait.
I've actually had to do a Google search on Ernest.
You didn't know who Ernest was.
You didn't
Oh,
know
what a shame.
Ernest P. Worrell?
Well, apparently, because this is entirely new to me.
Yeah, what a
Amazing.
shame. You're missing out.
Really?
Vern, you're missing out.
Well, I'm clearly not equipped to answer this question because having newly arrived in this reality, I have no idea what this Aldi Surly character is talking about. John, is it an outrageous travesty of human justice that there isn't an Ernest game?
When you consider the characters and franchises that received games over the years, especially when you look at like the Amiga library, you're really left wondering why that never happened. Like, I could totally see a game published by Domark with like tier text design doing and it had like a little tiny short fat version of Ernest running around like gathering things in a level in order to proceed. When you press start, it's like, hey Vern, it feels like that should have happened and somehow it didn't. I mean, you got Capcom making a game based on the Noid. Right?
Yeah, of all the things, right?
Like, we had all these food companies with like character mascots back then, and then we didn't get an Ernest game. So I agree with Audi. I feel like it is an injustice.
Okay.
I had to Google this too. I was surprised. I searched mod Ernest P. Worrell, and I couldn't find anything. There's only one mod for a game that came out in 2017 on the Steam Workshop for Fire Pro Wrestling World, where someone added Ernest P. Worrell to the game as a downloadable character.
Okay.
That's it. I'm
correct me if
sorry,
I'm
Audi.
wrong,
We don't. There's no scares.
That's because
stupid,
it's well known that if you look up John Cena, he pretty much looks like he's turning into Ernest P. Worrell.
over time.
Yeah,
Jim,
like if they
what's his
brought
name,
the
like,
Ernest
actor
character
Jim?
back, they could totally have John Cena play the role.
Do it. Do it.
It
I mean,
seems
actually,
to
that
me-
makes a lot of sense to me. Do it.
If there's only one mod in existence that accommodates this particular character, dare I say it, but it suggests that people don't care.
Dude, but he had movies, he had cinema blockbusters, he had television shows. He was everywhere in the 80s.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
In
did the
America.
Ewoks.
Yeah, well, they're in games.
Oh dear. I just
I'm gonna
don't
have
know
to
what
send
say.
you a link
What-
to videos to get you up to speed on Ernest.
I don't think so.
Ernest Goes to Jail is pretty funny,
The
isn't it?
thing is, though, is Audie came up with this question at 3 a.m. when he was having trouble sleeping because of a stomach ache, and suddenly just like started thinking about Ernest games and how they don't exist.
Okay.
So you can kind of understand where this question came from.
Right. Stomach ache.